All right, so we are practicing restorative yoga today, and we're starting off with just an opportunity to open up through the front body. So you may want to make a little structure with your blocks and put your bolster on it. And you can use either one of those bolsters that you have, but you'll put one block up on a top, like a higher side, and then the other block lower. Yep, perfect. Good. And then you'll put your bottom real close into the end of that bolster, and you'll lay your spine on the bolster, making sure that your head is supported, that you feel real supported all through the spine. Good. And then if it does not feel good in this way, then feel free to modify. I'm actually going to bring around to a couple of different additional props here because we've got all these props available. So Marisol, I don't know if this would feel good to put your arms on these blocks. So feel free to do that. Yeah, so one thing about restorative yoga is this ability. I'm going to bring you a couple extra blocks, Mike, just in case it's something you'd like to incorporate. So one thing about restorative yoga is that you want to feel like there's really no effort at all, but there's some gentle opening through the body, gentle release through the body. So that's what this first part is. We're going to end up being here about 10 minutes and, or maybe a little bit less at this point, but put this right here. Yeah, you can reset that in any way. And I'll get you extra blocks too, Michelle, if you need those. Let's take a clearing breath together. We'll draw in through the nose, sigh out through the mouth. You have made it here on your mat. I know how difficult that is sometimes to get away from the day, the work day, the busyness. But you've made the effort here to be on your mat. So now let this be your time. And that starts with completely relaxing, surrender, and feel the support underneath you. Feel the gentleness of the opening through the front body. We'll stay here in silence for about 4 more minutes. Relax and breathe. Bring some gentle movement back to your body. And in your time, meet me in a seated position. So you can push yourself right up with your forearms or roll to your side off that block first, and then come to seated. Before we move into our next pose, we're going to do just a little bit to warm up a little more through the spine, or just feel a little more through the spine. So you can sit up on a bolster if it feels better, or a block if it feels better for you. We'll start off here with the side stretch. So you'll place your right hand to the floor, your left arm will come up and over, and let's just pause right here. So whatever feels right from this point, explore. So maybe rotating really far back would feel good. Maybe rotating toward the floor would feel good. Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe staying center. Good. We slowly bring ourselves up and gently land on the other side. We pause. Feel free to close your eyes and just feel. Feel the length through that right side of the body. Good. We slowly come up to center, and now we're going to twist to the right. So just twist your body, and then if you'd like to add leverage, you could place that left hand to the right knee, right fingertips teacupped behind you. Make this gentle, nothing forced. Use your breath, inhaling to sit a little taller. Exhaling maybe just a teeny more of a twist. Again, nothing forced. Good. We slowly return to center, and we'll switch to that other side. Slowly come back to center. All right, let's set ourselves up for this next pose. It is, so that first pose, of course, was for the upper body. This next pose is for your outer thigh or inner thighs. So a couple of things here. We're going to use the bolster in a way that supports the feet for reclined bound angle. So your feet or your legs. If you want support for your outer thighs, you could use your blocks to support this position. Again, we're trying to find a gentle way of releasing. The focus is on your inner thigh muscles. So take time to set yourself up here in a way that feels supportive, but it allows for a gentle release. And then here, you're welcome to place your hands to your belly to feel your breath. You could let your arms go wide out to the side, maybe goalpost arms. Bring your focus to your breath, allowing the breath to move like waves in the ocean, nice gentle waves in and out. We'll be in this pose for about 3 more minutes. Bring some gentle movement to the body. Maybe you stretch out your legs so that the back of the knees land to your bolster and you do a long stretch. All right, we'll make our way to a seated position again. Take your time to get there. Our next pose will now open up a little more through the hips from a different perspective. We're actually going to use our blocks here to build a little structure that allows for this bolster to be up a little higher. And then you'll bring yourself in around the bolster, your legs come in around, and then you're going to lay yourself on that bolster. You can turn your head in one direction, and then I'll let you know when you can turn it to the other direction. But this is child's pose. So you do want to feel supported completely through the front body now. So let yourself take the time to make sure that you do feel supported here. And we do have that bigger bolster if it does feel better to be on that bigger bolster. Feel free to make the switch. Okay, good. Yeah, good. So if at any time you need to adjust, feel free. Again, your head is in one direction at this point, and I will give you the cue when to switch and turn in the head in the other direction. Turn your head in the other direction. Just get a little neck stretch with the head turned in this way. Just noticing here how the breath moves in this position. There might be some constriction. And you let the breath travel all the way down. Again, maybe you visualize waves in the ocean flowing in, flowing out. Now slowly, when you're ready, push yourself back up. You may want to take just a few seconds here to extend the legs out. Maybe just do a little shake of the legs. We are going to return to the bolster in this shape, but I'm actually going to encourage you to play a little bit with this. So you may want to remove that one of the blocks so that you have this angular shape again. We're going to scoot ourselves in the top of the thigh right close into the bolster, and then you'll lay yourself onto the bolster. But again, it might feel better at an angle here. So we're doing a twist. And so this can be a really gentle twist with your body, your whole body, including your head facing in one direction. If you want more of a twist, you would turn and look in the other direction. Good. Yep. So take time here to set yourself up. Make sure that top part of the bolster at least is supported. Yep. Perfect. You've got all kinds of props available to you. So if it feels like something else is needed, just give me a call and I will scoot yourself in. Perfect. Lay yourself either with your head facing that direction or turning and rotating. Good. Does that feel okay, Michelle? Because I can get you. Good. Marisol, thumbs up. Feel okay? Okay, cool. All right. So we'll be in this shape for a couple of minutes, and then we'll switch to the other side. Better. All right, take your time here to push up and switch to the other side. Now, one thing that might feel better too, I know you guys have blocks sitting around you. If it feels good to actually put a block between your legs too to add that support, feel free to do that. But we're switching to this other side, so you're scooting the top of your thigh right close in to that bolster and letting yourself relax onto it. in a way that feels, make sure you feel fully supported here. And just take your time to set yourself up. And if at any time you need to do some shifting, do it. Good. You'll have a couple more minutes here. Let your attention return to your breath. How does the breath feel as it moves in and out in this shape? Can you still find full breaths? You'll gently press yourself up. Take your time, no rush. And then we have some big movement from here. We are going to stand up and bring our mat to the wall. You may want to bring your bolster with you, the small bolster, if you have a small bolster, but you'll put your mat up against the wall so that the short end connects with the wall. Again, your bolster here may serve you at some point, so feel free to bring that with you. Once you have your mat in place, the easiest way to bring your legs up the wall is to scoot yourself in sideways. So you scoot yourself in and then slide your legs up the wall. And so maybe your bottom is close into where the wall and the floor meet. Maybe there's a little distance here. This is a gentle hamstring stretch. So if you're tight through the hamstrings, you may want to scoot yourself away from the wall a little bit. All right, so we are going to do just a little bit here for outer thigh before we just pause in this pose. So you'll keep your left leg extended up and you'll place your right ankle above the left knee, so an upside down figure 4. And then you're welcome just to stay here with this gentle outer thigh opening. If you'd like to add a little bit more, the sole of the left foot, you could begin to slide it down the wall. So you choose the intensity here of this outer thigh opening. We are going to pause here for about 1 minute. Let your upper body relax. Soften the face. We'll slowly transition to the other side. One minute here. Let's slowly release, sending both legs back up the wall. So we'll stay in this pose with legs up the wall for the remainder of class. And actually, I will give you a couple of minutes toward the end of class an option to come out of this and just have your legs flat to the floor. But as you are here in legs up the wall pose, you could lift your hips up and slide your bolster under the lower part of the back, or really under the pelvis. It might feel good. It might be just too much, might not be worth the effort. So feel free to find here what does feel best for you. This is a very restorative pose. In fact, one that is suggested before bedtime. So I know we have to go back to work shortly, but let's use this time wisely. Use this time as a reset for your body. So notice, is there any tension or tightness unnecessarily blocking the ability to relax? Soften in to the mat. Let your legs relax in this position. And let your attention return to the breath, returning to those waves in and out. You're welcome to stay in this shape for the next couple of minutes. If you'd like to find corpse pose instead, feel free to come off the wall, push yourself away, and extend the legs long. Bring some gentle movement back to your body. You're going to find a fetal position, so you may need to scoot yourself away from the wall a bit, but you'll roll to your favorite side and we'll rest for just a couple of breaths, just to slowly allow the blood flow to return to a more normal path. Please take your time. We're pressing up, finding a comfortable seat. No rush. Let's take one more big deep breath in together. Send your arms all the way up on your inhale. As you exhale, draw your hands to heart center. This is a quote from Christy Ann Martine. Dance with the waves, move with the sea. Let the rhythm of the waves set your soul free. Namaste, friends.